The top 9 most dangerous prison inmates in the world. Their stories will give you nightmares. The world is an unpleasant place full of scary individuals. These are persons who perpetrated horrible atrocities and killed several people before the authorities caught up with them. Prisons are notorious for being a frightening environment, not just for the inmates' punishment circumstances, but also for the inmates themselves. Here are some of history's most dangerous prisoners. Number 1. The Eyeball Man. Eyeball Man Jason Barnum was sentenced to 22 years in prison for shooting an Alaska police officer. According to The Independent, Barnum's crimes were motivated by a chronic heroin addiction. His tattooed-covered face made him appear even more threatening. Barnum had totally tattooed one of his eyeballs. Yeah, one of his eyeballs. Number 2. The Red Ripper. Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo was a well-known serial murderer in the Soviet Union. He was known as the Butcher of Rostov and the Red Ripper because he raped and mutilated over 52 innocent women. According to sources, he confessed to 56 killings and was prosecuted for 53 in 1992, making him one of the most infamous prisoners of all time. Number 3. Aileen Wuornos. This woman was nothing short of a monster. Between 1989 and 1990, Aileen Wuornos was involved in the cold-blooded murder of 7 men. She used to accuse the guys she dated of rape and then shoot them at point-blank range. Wuornos was convicted, condemned to death, and executed by lethal injection, according to reports. Number 4. John Wayne Gacy, a real-life Pennywise clown. You've probably heard of the 2017 Hollywood film It, which is based on the life of John Wayne Gacy. Gacy began his career as a clown, entertaining youngsters and raising funds for charity. Pogo the Clown was his alias, but beneath this colorful clown mask was a ruthless criminal. Gacy was a serial rapist and torturer and was found guilty of murders of 33 teenage boys and young men between January 1972 and late 1978. In late 1994, he was killed by lethal injection. Number 5. Rodney Alcala. Alcala, also known as the dating game killer, received a sadistic delight from photographing his victims, mainly attractive young ladies, after murdering them and posing their bodies in deformed poses. He is reported to have murdered at least 130 women. In 1980, he was captured and condemned to death. Number 6. Dennis Rader, aka BTK. Dennis Rader went by the moniker BTK, which stands for Bind 'em, Torture 'em, Kill 'em. He was a serial murderer who was one of the most heinous in American history. He made sure to have an elaborate picture session with each victim he tormented and kept it hidden away in a secret cellar. According to sources, he didn't even know how to murder when he started his horrific attack on the Arterio family in 1974, and he physically tortured them to death. After his initial murder, he went on to murder nearly 10 others. BTK was finally tried and sentenced for each killing in 2005, and there is a terrifying video in which he admits to all of his heinous crimes. He is presently being held in solitary prison, awaiting his demise. Number 7. Mary Malone. She is also known as Typhoid Mary, and she is known to have infected 51 individuals. 3 of them died as a result of their afflictions. While carrying an extremely contagious bacteria that caused typhoid fever, Mary continued to work as a domestic worker and cook for others, infecting many. Back in the hospital, treating a disease like typhoid was extremely inefficient. Malone lived the past 23 years of her life as a virtual prisoner in strict seclusion, allegedly knowing about her sickness before infecting hundreds. Number 8. The Nathari Killers. Last year, serial killer Maninder Singh Pandar and his domestic help, Surinder Kohli, were sentenced to death in connection with one of the 16 Nathari killings cases. The Nathari killings were brought to light after 8 skeletal remains of children were discovered in the drain of a home in Nathari, Noida. There have been allegations ranging from cannibalism, pedophilia, and rape to organ trafficking. Number 9. Shashikla Ramesh Pantankar, Baby. Shashika Ramesh Pantankar is one such woman who found the easy money that comes with drug dealing. She quit her job as a milkmaid and quickly merged into Mumbai's famed drug trade. After over a decade of trafficking narcotics, she accumulated property worth more than Rs 100 crore from the enterprise. The Mumbai police eventually apprehended Baby Pantankar in 2015. Okay, that's all we have for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.